guys, Daeyungi here, and welcome back to my channel. Recently, the nominees for the Mama Awards 2022 were announced. It's basically one of the biggest K-pop award shows of the year for those who aren't so familiar with it. So in today's video, we are going to be looking at some of the Mama Award 2022 nominees, who I predict will be winning said category and who I would personally give the award to. I won't be going through all of the categories, just mainly the biggest ones, because one, this video would be incredibly long otherwise, and two, there are a few where I'd be lying if I said I knew of everybody nominated or have heard all the songs, etc. So we'll be skipping a few categories in the interest of time and fairness. These include Best OST, Best Band Performance, Best Vocal Performance Solo and Group, Best Hip Hop and Urban Music, and Best Collaboration. I'm sorry, I know, I was trying to keep this video somewhat concise, and as I was going along I was like, oh my gosh, this is getting so long. But please feel free to share your thoughts on these categories in the comments if you'd like to discuss them. I found some really interesting information online about what criteria chooses these winners, so I will put this on screen if you want to pause and have a read. This basically explains how much of these awards are influenced by sales or fan votes or critic votes, etc. I think these factors of course will greatly impact who wins what category, but I'm not going to focus too much on that for my video because I didn't want it to become too much about number counting. This was more just for fun more than anything. Disclaimer warnings time. Please note that these are just my opinions. They may be very wrong, and that's fine by me. I don't know what is actually going to happen at the ceremony, but I just thought it would be fun to share my thoughts on the nominees so far. So please don't be too offended if I don't pick your fave to win if they're nominated for something. Everybody nominated would be a worthy winner, so I'm not trying to start a battle here. Okay, we have quite a few things to get through. Let's get into it. First category we're going to look at is Best Female Artist. The nominees for this one are IU, Miyeon, Nayeon, Seulgi, and Taeyeon. And if I had to predict the winner of this one, I would go with IU. I did go back and forth actually between IU and Taeyeon because I think the people love Taeyeon's solo work, and with good reason. But in the end I did settle on IU because I think there's just something about IU as an artist that feels so royal. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like, she's of a caliber that none of us could reach, nor would ever try to. And for my own choice of who I would put as winner of this one, IU. Yes, that's why I didn't really go into too much detail, because I was going to put her as my winner too. I think all of her success both musically and in award shows is usually absolutely justified. She's not just an artist. To me, she's kind of like on this level of status now where she's more of an icon than just a singer, and I would love to see her be recognized as such. Moving on now to Best Male Artist. And our nominees for this one are J-Hope, Kang Daniel, Lim Young-woong, Psy, and Zico. My prediction for the winner here is J-Hope. This one was hard again for me to try and decide who I predict will win. I went back and forth between two people again. This time it was between J-Hope and Psy, because I really wasn't sure how much of these awards were going to be more influenced by what the mamas know the people want to see, or what the mamas want to showcase to the world as their choices. Does that make sense? Because let's face it, regardless of the votes, they will get the final say. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be pessimistic, that's just how things work. With Psy, I thought, well, he has been nominated numerous times before for this award and never won. Could this be his year? But I don't think so. If he didn't win with the year of Gangnam Style, I don't think he's gonna win now. Whereas J-Hope this year has proven that he has absolutely huge potential as a soloist. I think a lot of us already knew that he was born to be on stage, whether it was a member of a group or as a soloist. But I think this year he has really proven that he has got what it takes to go far. His solo showed a new side to him compared to his previous solos, which proved his versatility. He performed at Lollapalooza, and I think the sky is the limit for him. For me personally, who I would vote to win the award, get ready to revoke my army card, guys. I would personally give this award to Zico. Yes, I know this will be a controversial opinion, but hey, here we go. I personally adore Zico as an artist. I think what's really important to note is that Zico isn't just a rapper or producer, but he is an artist. He has been responsible for a lot of key features in K-pop that simply would not exist without him. For example, TikTok challenges. They started thanks to the takeoff of Zico's Any Song challenge. Yes, some people may argue a life without these TikTok K-pop challenges would be for the better, but that's not my point here. My point is that he is constantly contributing to K-pop and its growth, whether it be TikTok challenges for K-pop songs or his songs themselves going viral. People love to hate him, but I more than anything love his contributions to the industry and would like them to be celebrated on this occasion. Okay, next category we're going to look at is Best Female Group. The nominees for this one are Idol, aespa, Blackpink, ITZY, Red Velvet, and Twice. My prediction for who will win this one is Blackpink. I think. Gosh, this video is so much harder than I thought it would be. I'm sounding so dumb. I'm so sorry. To be honest, I think it's actually going to be between Blackpink and Twice. Both groups have won this award before, I believe. Twice more so than Blackpink, so they're in with a very good chance because they've had quite an active year again, from multiple comebacks to tours, all members renewing their contracts, etc. But I think Blackpink could be in with just as good of a shot because they've also had a full group comeback this year. They released their long-awaited second album, and now they've just started embarking on this big world tour. I think because they were gone and we didn't get so much group content for a while, that's why I'm more inclined to think it'll go to them this year. But if Twice win again, I will not be surprised. My own personal choice, I would actually love to give this award to Idol. You're completely welcome to disagree with me, but I think Idol have had one of their strongest years to date. They've had 2 comebacks this year, which I think made an absolutely huge stamp on the industry. They have taken multiple major risks this year, and I think this really will have paid off and work in their benefit. Because they're becoming this powerhouse group who, when they're on form, you will know about it, and they will make you stand to attention, and I really love that. I would love them to be recognised for all the efforts they're trying to make, especially this year after the sorts of comebacks they've been hitting us with. And now on the other hand, best male group. Let's discuss that one next. Our nominees are BTS, ENHYPEN, NCT Dream, 17, Stray Kids, and TXT. I think the group who will take this award home is BTS. I don't think the world is quite done appreciating BTS yet, even now after the enlistment news. That news should not take away from their prior successes just because we won't be seeing as much of them soon, you know? BTS are still the biggest group in the world at the moment, I think. So for me, I think that it makes total sense for them to be recognised as such. I know a lot of people are going to say it's unfair when there's so many groups out there making huge contributions to K-pop. Of course there is. But BTS are this name and brand now that is so much bigger than any of us could have physically imagined, I think even them so themselves. So much so that I don't think any of us would be surprised to see them win another Best Male Group award. I think they won the award in 2019, 2020, and 2021, so I think there'll be a chance they can make it a 4th year. For my own personal winner, I would give this award to 17. I know I'm an ARMY, but I do stan many other groups, and 17 are one of, if not my current alt group. This award in the past has gone to some huge names from the likes of course, BTS, but also EXO, Big Bang, and Super Junior. And I genuinely believe that 17's name deserves to be present at those same tables. Like Twice, all 13 members of 17 also recently renewed their contracts. And oh my god, when I tell you that literally made my whole year. I'm just so proud of everything they've done so far. They have gone from strength to strength within their careers, proving that they're not just a K-pop group, but actual artists too. And I can't wait to see what else they have in store. I just wish more people thought of them as a group of such a high caliber, you know? Because they really are. And then winning the Best Male Group award would solidify that, and I'm hoping maybe get people to stand more to attention for them and start to see them more as this iconic group within their own right. Let's move on to the category I feel a lot of us are most looking forward to, Best New Female Artist. The nominees are IVE, Kepler, LE SSERAFIM, New Jeans, NMIXX, and Yena. I need to just start off by saying that this category is so strong, it could go to any one of these artists and it would be valid and worthy. But after a lot of deliberation, my prediction is that this award will be going to IVE. I did go back and forth between IVE and LE SSERAFIM for a while, but I've settled with IVE in the end, simply because I can't believe they're still a new group. They've taken the K-pop scene by storm to such a point where I forgot they were rookies. They feel like seasoned pros to me, and I've always said that. I did a quick bit of research as of when I'm making this video. They're currently on 37 music show wins, 13 for 11, 10 for Love Dive, and 14 for Afterlike, one of which was recently. But that's 37 wins in total already, and they debuted in December 2021, they're not even a year old yet. I had the privilege of seeing them perform at K-pop Flex, and they were absolutely incredible. I really hope they carry on to do great things. And for my own personal choice of who I would give this award to, I would actually love to give this award to NMIXX. Yes, I know this is a large bit of wishful thinking on my part, and like 99% of people will probably disagree with me, that's fine. I just think that yes, every new group of course will go through hardships in order to debut, but these poor girls have been forced to doubt themselves literally from day dot, just because people didn't like the music given to them, the music they didn't get a say in. The girls themselves get such an unreal amount of hate, and people don't actually take the time to get to know them and see how talented they are. I think the whole point of a best new group category should be either to acknowledge a group who have made a big entrance and are achieving great things already, aka IVE, like I just mentioned, or it should be to celebrate groups with large potential, and that's what category I think NMIXX fall into for me. And if anybody needs a reminder that they're doing absolutely fine right now and to trust their talent and ignore the haters, then it's these girls. It has been the year of girl group debuts, I think we can mostly all agree. But hey, let's not take away from all the new boy groups that have debuted and move on to the Best New Male Artist Award. The nominees are ATBO, Tempest, TNX, Extraordinary Heroes, and Unite. I think this award is probably going to go to Tempest. I'm not gonna lie, I considered skipping this category because I'm not 100% confident I can speak on the impact in all of these groups, but I couldn't talk about Best New Female Group and not Best Male, so I'm basing this off what I think I know. If I remember rightly, I think Tempest debut did really well. I know it was very anticipated, at least, because I knew of them in the build up to their debut because people were so excited about it. And from what I've seen of them so far, they've got reams of talent and potential, which is really exciting for the new boy group scene. They've had a great first year. Their music videos always seem to get like millions of views, so hopefully 2023 will be a great year for them too, and we get to see them grow and develop their sound more. My own personal pick of who I would give this award to, I think I would like to give it to Extraordinary Heroes. I'm really enjoying them so far. Of course, JYP has debuted a rock-based group before, and a quite successful one at that, but I really enjoyed this one that they seem to have a different concept with. It's like rock for Gen Z in a way. Am I gonna get hate for saying that? I don't know, I'm sorry. They really have this intriguing sound, and there's something about them that feels really refreshing. So I was excited to see what they were doing every time they released something new this year, and I was excited to see them nominated for this award, because I think that alone is proof that what they are doing is being recognized, and I love that for them. So I'm excited to see what 2023 has in store for them as well, because again, I'll be keeping my eye on it. Now let's move on to the dance-related awards, starting with Best Dance Performance Solo. The nominees are Jessie, Zoom, Nayeon, Pop, Psy featuring Sugar, That, Sunmi, Heartburn, and Yena featuring BB, Smiley. My prediction for this winner is Psy. So you know when I mentioned Psy being nominated for Artist of the Year in the past but not winning? This is an award Psy has been nominated for before and actually won, with none other than Gangnam Style, of course. And I think it would make a lot of sense for him to win this award again with a song like That. The choreography to this song is really fun, really catchy, and one of those ones you can pick up really easily without intending to. To be honest, a lot of Psy choreographies kind of feel like this to me. They have this great reachability where anyone could get involved, and I think that accessibility makes them more enjoyable. They're not exactly the most complex in the world, but they're usually always memorable. And for my personal choice of who this award would go to, Psy. Again, I won't be spending too much time on this because I'm just repeating myself, but yeah, I would give this award to the song for the exact same reasons I just mentioned. It's that memorability factor for me, how it's so fun to get involved with, and I think for this award, that is what I would be highlighting here. Next award, Best Dance Performance Male Group. The nominees are NCT 127, Two Baddies, NCT Dream, Glitch Mode, 17, Hot, Stray Kids, Maniac, TXT, Good Boy Gone Bad, Treasure, Jikjin. This one is tough actually, but I think this award may be going to Stray Kids. This is difficult because I don't know what they're judging this against. I don't know what features they're going to want the winner to have here, but I think it would make sense if Stray Kids were to get this one. Maybe the uniqueness of this choreography will come into account here. This dance is definitely memorable, and regardless of whether or not you're a fan of it, we can agree it stands out against a crowd and it grabs your attention. If this is one of the criteria required to be the winner, I don't know, I have no idea. A lot of the dances nominated stand out in my opinion, so that is likely. I just think that out of all the nominees here, Maniac is probably the most unique, if that makes sense. I don't know, there's a lot of interesting stuff in this category, but the point dance move alone I think is really iconic, and I haven't given any awards to Stray Kids yet in this whole video, which is weird to me. I would like to give them a mama. However, for my own personal choice, I would give this award to 17. I know I was just talking about how Stray Kids haven't been given an award yet in this video, but I think out of all the nominees, this is genuinely just my favourite choreography. I saw a video which outlined the original choreography for this song, and I was not a fan of it, but the finished piece is so great, and there are multiple parts that I really love. There's like true elements in there that you can tell were put together by someone who knows what they're doing. It's got that 17 level difficulty to it, which they're known for, but at the same time, there's still parts that are accessible and fun to dance along to. For example, the point dance move during the chorus. I mentally want to do it like every time I hear the song. Plus, 17 choreographers and their performance team are so strong that I think they deserve to be awarded in the dance department because that is one of their absolute strengths. Next award we have is Best Dance Performance Female Group. The nominees here are Idol Tomboy, Blackpink Pink Venom, IVE Love Dive, Seraphim Fearless, New Jeans Attention, and Red Velvet Feel My Rhythm. This one was tough too, but I think this award will go to IVE Love Dive. I went back and forth a few times between Love Dive and Fearless because I know they're both kind of seen as iconic, but when I think about point dance moves and dances everybody wanted to replicate, my brain goes straight to Narcissistic, my god I love it, and that one dance move in particular that everyone was doing from the chorus, you know the one. I think popularity wise, it would make a lot of sense if this award went to IVE. To be honest, if New Jeans Hype Boy was nominated over Attention, then maybe I would have considered that as my decision and it'd have been even more difficult. Because I remember that dance being super popular too and taking off on like TikTok challenges and stuff. For my personal choice of who I would give this award to, I pick IVE Love Dive. I also fell victim to wanting to know the Narcissistic, my god I love it, dance move trend, because it's just one of those point dance moves that comes around every once in a while that are so addictive that they're just bound to take off. So I'd be happy if this one does win the award, to be honest. Okay, now we have two more to discuss, and these are the biggies, you know the ones. So let's start with Song of the Year. The nominees for this category are automatically nominated. I'm guessing it's things that have been mentioned in other categories, I don't know. So because it's one big long list of nominees, I'll just put them on screen rather than reading them all out. I had to spend time narrowing this one down by like crossing them off one by one until I got to just the one last song that I would think would win. I tried to base it purely off songs I thought were most successful, but that quickly became difficult, so I also tried to factor in things like response and things like that. I'll share the top three I narrowed it down to if anyone's curious. These are the ones I could not pick between: Taeyeon, INVU, Idol, Tomboy, and IVE Love Dive. All three here I think could be in with a very good chance due to their popularity and success as a whole. But in the end, I think I predict this award could very well go to IVE for Love Dive. I'm partially basing this off the music show wins I mentioned before, but there are also other contributing factors. When you consider everything that IVE have brought to the table in just their first year alone, they could very well win Best New Group or Best Dance, to name a few. So them winning Song of the Year with a track as well liked as Love Dive could definitely make sense. But with all this being said, even though I didn't include it in my top three mentioned, I can't help but think BTS still could be in with a very big chance with yet to come. Aside from the fact the song performed really well in music shows, the song did have a lot of meaning for fans and therefore was well received by quite a large audience. Maybe that factor will come into the votes as well. So to conclude, there's so many songs nominated that I got so lost with this one, and I have no idea what direction they want to take it in. But as far as my own personal choice goes, if you had asked me this months ago, I feel my answer would have been different. But right now, basing this purely off the nominees and not my own personal biases, I would give this award to Taeyeon, INVU. Something about this song to me, although it suited Taeyeon perfectly, it just felt so different, so refreshing for K-pop. It took me on like a journey every time I listened to it. Like I mentioned in a previous video of mine, I could admit I wasn't hugely keen on the song when it first came out, but I quickly came to realise that was just because I did not give it a fair chance. Once I started to properly listen to the song, I realised how much of a piece of art it was. A lot of people want to call this song overrated, but in my opinion, it's honestly not. And INVU deserved all the success and music show wins that it got. It's one of those songs that's more like an art piece that I think you either get and vibe with or you don't, and I appreciated what it had to offer. For me personally, this song has a lot of features I would give to a song with such a large award achievement attached to it. And last but not least, let's move on to our final category, Artist of the Year. Same as last time, I'll put the nominees on screen so you can read them. This one I found it easier, to be honest. I found it a lot easier. I think this award will go to BTS. And of course with good reason, to be honest. Of course all the nominees are all worthy of consideration, but like I mentioned earlier, I think BTS are still indisputably one of the biggest groups in the world. And I think the Mamas will want to credit them as such. As well as releasing full group music and having their concert this year, we also got some additional BTS solo content, and all these things combined, I think will just help the brand BTS grow bigger and bigger than ever. This award has BTS's name written all over it, and now the enlistment news has come. Oh my god, please don't take this the wrong way guys, but that just makes me even more certain they will win this award, because I think this may be the last one they get, at least for a while anyway. It's intriguing in a way because I have no idea what will happen with this award next year, because at least for now anyways, I think BTS still have this year of winning this one in the bag because they've had a very successful year. For my own personal choice, I would give this award to BTS. Do I get my ARMY card back please? I would love to see BTS take this one home again, because Artist of the Year is not just the same as Best Boy boy group or best girl group. It's its whole own entity. And I would love to see them get this, not just because it's the last time they'll be getting an award like this for a while. I know that's not fair reasoning, but also because I do just think they deserve it. This year has been another year where they have constantly been at the top of their game, setting records, selling out concert in record time, taking the world by storm, and not just Korea. BTS are really that group, and I think they'll be accredited as such again. Okay guys, and that was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching if you got this far. This is a long one. I wasn't planning on it being another long one. I'm so sorry. I talk a heck of a lot. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love to hear in the comments some of your own thoughts, who you predict will win these awards and who you would personally give them to. If you're new here and haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell. That should let you be the first to hear whenever I upload. And as always, my Twitter and Instagram will be on screen. If you'd like to give them a follow, I follow back fellow K-pop fans, so let's be friends. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys.